So this show was kind of inspired by Cassie and I's connection to a point of mutual interest, which we teased out of our pasts growing up in California and sort of being influenced by DIY art using upcycled materials. And Cassie grew up in Santa Cruz, I grew up in Sonoma County. These are two sort of peripheral extensions to the Bay Area. Cassie, through her work, obviously has a connection to skate culture and surf culture. From the time that I was in high school, I had a lot of friends who participated in sort of the DIY skate community. And a lot of my artistic references came from this group of individuals who were known as the Mission School Group in San Francisco, who were making work in the 90s and early 2000s that talked about their experience living in San Francisco at that time, creating folk art about their experience, bending the definition of certain art styles, putting it into the gallery and taking it off of the streets, and creating this really intimate capsule of style that sort of all intersected and related to other individuals' art that participated in this group. Something that we were both inspired by with these individuals was the way in which they used found objects to create their own works. There was something that was obviously very innovative about that, about finding beauty in things that have been sort of left to rot and die. In terms of the show title, we had a hard time picking the show title. The meanings of the two words we found, Solus and Solace, were a pretty accurate representation of how we both felt about the themes behind the work that we were doing. The word solace actually comes from Greek, and it was a term used for a long time to describe giving stage direction to someone who is alone on stage. And I think that the way that I've presented the scene in front of you is a good explanation of that word, or puts like materiality to that word. I think it also has a lot to do with the idea of revisiting a memory that only you see from your own perspective, and gives this sort of space for reflection and permission to explore and to be curious rather than to run away from or be scared.